This is my Kelty low Loveseat, and in this video we'll be testing for its ease of setup and pack away, seat size, seat height, features, storage, and more, and then comparing it to other double camp chairs like the Kelty not low Loveseat and the Mountain Summit Loveseat to find out which of these is the best two-person camp chair on the market. To set up this chair, first lay it on the ground, locate the 3 buckles holding the bag together, and undo all of them. Next, roll open the carry bag. Slide the chair out from its feet pocket and stand it upright. Then, locate the 4 corners of the chair. This part is the backrest, and these are the armrests. Grab opposite ends of the chair, so one backrest and one armrest, and pull them away from each other. But because this chair is a little long and my arms aren't very long, to get it fully set up, I also had to lean my weight on either side to make the fabric a bit more taut, and that's the chair fully set up. Here's a full time lapse of the entire setup. I timed myself and it took about 10 seconds. As for the pack away, grab opposite corners again, lift it off the ground, and pull everything together. Open the carry bag, lay it on the ground, and slot the feet into the pocket at the bottom. Then flip the bag slightly to access both sides of the buckles. Wrap the chair up nice and snug into the bag and do up the 3 buckles. If you want the bag packed down as tight as possible, tighten the buckles. Or if you want a slightly faster pack away, then make them slightly looser. Here's another full time lapse, and my entire pack away took me about 28 seconds, including getting it back into the bag. As for the unfolded dimensions, here's what I measured. The longest width from armrest to armrest comes in at about 54 inches. The longest length from the back of the chair to the front of the seat comes in at about 25 inches. And the total height comes in at about 32.5 inches from the ground to the top of the chair. Now, if you want more detailed seat measurements, here's everything to know, starting with the seat size. Total seat width is about 41.5 inches. But if you take away the space eaten up by the 2 steel bars by the sides, the real seat width comes in at 37.5 inches or 4 inches less. As for the seat depth, that comes in at about 18.5 inches from the back to the front of the seat. Here's roughly what it looks like when I sit down on it. And if you're thinking you can take up the whole seat and lie on it like a couch, the bad news here is that it's not comfortable at all. There's a ridge here in the middle that cuts into your back when you do so. It's a little annoying if you want to sit really close to your partner, but not a deal breaker for me. Our next measurement is the seat height, which is marketed to be about 13.5 inches. So when I actually measured it from the front of the chair with no one sitting on the seat, that really did come in at 13.5 inches. However, after I sat down, and then I re-measured the height from the ground upwards to where I was sitting down, that came in at just 8.5 inches. That's a total difference of a whopping 5 inches lower because the seat slouches in quite a bit. Compared to a typical camp chair, which has an average seat height of about 11 inches instead, this is quite a bit lower, and here's roughly what it looks like. Now for the backrest height, which is from where the seat ends to the top of the chair, that comes in at almost 21.75 inch. This is actually quite a bit higher than the marketed height of 18 inches. And because I'm not very tall, this is enough to not only cover my entire back, but it even extends past my neck as well. Sadly though, the back is not rigid, it's actually very floppy, so it doesn't give you much of a neck rest at all. And the backrest width is about 41 3/4 inches. Lastly, the angle of recline from the side, taken with a digital protractor, is about 15 degrees, so slightly reclined. Now we're moving into features, starting with the armrests. These are quite thickly padded and made of the same material as the rest of the chair. I also really liked how they're adjustable using these buckles at the back. If your arms are shorter, you can tighten the armrests by pulling on the webbing strap. And if your arms are longer, you can loosen it instead by shifting the connection down while releasing the buckle. For storage, the Loveseat has 2 beverage holders, one in each armrest, and you can adjust the divider to fit anything and practically everything. Each holder measures about 6.5 inches in length by 4 inches in width. With the divider in place, you can fit a canned drink nicely, plus your personal items as well. And for the height, that comes in at about 3.5 inches. If you move the divider out of the way, you can fit bigger items, even a 1-liter Nalgene and a plastic bottle at the same time, so this is really great for versatility. Next, we have the multifunctional carry bag, which also doubles as a place to rest your feet. It's thick and padded, so it's also meant to be used as a padded dog mat. As for materials and quality, first, the fabric is 600D polyester, and it's thickly padded for warmth and comfort. The poles are made of steel, they're about 3/4 of an inch thick, and the entire pole structure is a simple X-pole structure on all 4 sides of the chair. The pole joints are simple rivets, and the stitching was good all around the entire chair. The feet are decently big, the chair is so low to the ground, and this is pretty heavy as well, so I had no issues with stability. Some additional info, this has a limited lifetime warranty, and if I'm not wrong, it's made in Cambodia, I think. For portability, this chair has pack size dimensions of 35 inches in length by 11 inches in width and 8 inches in height. This is quite close to the marketed pack size by Kelty. And here's what it looks like beside a 2-person Coleman Sundom tent. It's about 30% longer. For ease of carry, the carry bag comes with 2 non-adjustable handles at each end. On top of that, it also comes with an adjustable shoulder strap. It's also very nicely padded and overall quite comfortable. The weight of the chair comes in at 14.4 pounds, the storage bag is 1 pound, and the total weight is 15.4 pounds, which is exactly in line with the marketed weight. Now, how does this Kelty low Loveseat compare to other double camp chairs? There aren't that many options when it comes to 2-person camp chairs, but a few to take note of are the Kelty regular Loveseat, not the low one that we reviewed here, the Mountain Summit Loveseat, and the Mountain Summit Quilted Loveseat. Before we get into the ultimate comparison, if you found this video helpful so far, please help me hit that like button. It really helps me out. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate it. Now, the first test is the seat height, and the low Loveseat comes in at 5.5 inches shorter than the rest. Of course, these are all marketed specs because I don't have all of these chairs, and when I tested the low Loveseat out, the seat slouched in by about 5 inches, so I'm pretty sure the rest will as well. For each of these tests, I color-coded only the best in green, and the rest will be in red for your easy reference. Now, the only chair that isn't padded or quilted is from Mountain Summit. Also, that chair is the only one without adjustable armrests. None of these chairs come with pockets, but they all come with cup holders, though I like Kelty's better because they are adjustable, like I showed you. Pull-in fabric material is exactly the same across all the chairs, so are all the cross-poles, and basically the entire structure is the same across all of them. Weight capacity is slightly higher for the Mountain Summit, though to be fair I didn't test this. But Kelty's warranty is much longer. The weights across all the chairs came in around 1 pound of each other, though the lightest is naturally the non-padded one. The pack size is mostly the same as well. Kelty's carry bag is much better than the Mountain Summit because you don't have to wrestle with a super tight carry bag like most camp chairs, and the bag even doubles as a foot mat or pad mat. And here's the MSRP info. Overall though, I think all the chairs are honestly very similar, so you can't really go wrong with any of these. But personally, I think I'd go with a Kelty Loveseat over the Mountain Summit because they're just more feature rich. You get adjustable cup holders that can fit a ton of stuff, like a 1 liter Nalgene and a plastic bottle into a single cup holder. It also fits cans perfectly thanks to the divider in the middle. You also get a lifetime warranty from Kelty, which I've personally used before when I had an issue with one of their tents, and they were very responsive. And the carry bag is easily the best bag I've ever seen in a camp chair, as I've mentioned before. But if you don't want a chair that sits as low as the low Loveseat that I reviewed in this video, then go for the regular Loveseat. That's the biggest difference between these two chairs. Everything else is mostly the same, as you can see here, including the price, which is great. Now, I don't have a lot of double camp chairs, but I have a ton of regular one-person chairs. In fact, I've tested over 20 different ones in this video on screen, so do check that out if you want more camp chair options. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in that one.